Okay, 144 series, video number 5. Today's November 16th. It is the 14th day since the first crescent moon, making it a full moon. Let's recap. We got 144 because the sun does 1 degree a day going around its vortex, 1 degree incline decline, and the moon does 13.22 degrees a day average, incline or decline, making 44. And that's why I call it my 144 series, because this is a harmonic frequency. This is a musical instrument, and we're going to get into that today. First, let's look at day 10. Okay, this is the 10th day moon. There's that same tree, and oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh there it is. See how high that is now from that same tree? Going up the vortex. This is Aries now. The moon is over the equator, so that means it's mid-sky. When you get up to Cancer, guys, this will be like way up there. Recap: Capricorn, Sagittarius down here, Pisces, Aries, and also Libra will be over in here. Gemini, Cancer will be way up there. Every time it goes around, it's going higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's that vortex. The moon vortexes just like the sun. And remember, it is coming in from my perception from the ground. It comes in straight like this. If I time lapse this goes straight to a peak. And then straight back down when it's setting. So it doesn't arch like this, just like the sun. It doesn't arch over your head like a rainbow. It goes around your head like a halo. So from the ground, it'll just be straight up like this and straight back down. And anyone can time lapse that for yourself and see for yourself. Now here's day 11. Okay, this is the 11th day moon on November 13th. This moon cycle started in Sagittarius at the first crescent, and this is 11 days since that point. Now, on the 14th day since the first crescent will be a full moon, and it's a little bit hard to tell in this video, but this moon is not full yet. It's doing about 13 degrees a day. That's the average. It has about 40 more degrees to go before it's full. See, right now it's rising here in the east, and when it's full, I'll be able to see the sun setting over there in the west. From my other videos, you can tell I can no longer see the sun in the sky. They've pulled apart so much now. You count up all those pie pieces, and that's how far apart they are. This is Aries moon, so it's mid-sky where the sun is in Scorpio and it's lower. So this moon is going up and the sun is going down. That's how that works. Okay, there's that same tree. And this is the 11th day on November 13th still. And there's it's getting higher on that vortex. Look at that tree. So it's still gonna get a bit higher until it's right over the Tropic of Cancer. And I live in California, so that is pretty close to where I live, and that's why I gotta tilt my chin up really high to see that Cancer moon once it gets there. So here's the compass. You can see the S there for south, because I'm living inside the Tropic of Cancer. So when the sun is closest to me, the compass will face south. And right here is the sun just behind this cloud. And it is noon right now. So the noon sun is in the south for me. That N for north is 180 degrees behind me, because that's a circle, right? A 360 circle. Exactly 180 degrees behind me. So if I turn 180 degrees behind me over here, that's where the moon would be when it's full. So the moon rises and sets on its vortex just like the sun. It never arcs over your head. It goes in a straight to a peak, signifying the closest place to you on a circle. And then it goes straight line back down to its set position. If you live below the Tropic of Capricorn, this noon sun will face north for you. And then noon moon will face north for you, because you live outside of a cone. So imagine a cone like a Christmas tree. Put yourself outside the tree, so you're looking into the inside. So ponder that. Now I'm inside the tree looking out. So it's like two people in a hallway standing on opposite ends looking to the middle of the hallway. One person would be standing in the north, one person would be standing in the south, and the object would be in the center. So your directions would be opposite each other. So when we're talking about the compass, the best way to understand that is, here's New Zealand, here's me here in California. Let's just put each other exactly across from each other like this. So the sun is moving in between us like this. So if you live down here, your compass is going to face north. When the sun and moon get closest to you, your compass will face north. And when the sun and moon get closest to me, my compass is going to face south. That's how that works. Now, the sun and moon moving in between us, I've talked in other videos explaining how the sun and moon are discs. They're torus fields, kind of like a torus field, donut shape, but it's turned on its side like this, so you're looking down. That's why it has this round circle shape. And that shape creates this line on the water. I call it the divine I. That I is the first letter of the Bible and is the 9th letter of the alphabet. And what is happening with the sun and moon is they are making this vortex. And that's why these frequencies, this energy, is able to affect the soil the way it does, so that life either blooms or dies depending on where these frequencies are on the sky wheel. And the energy of the sun, the electricity of the sun and moon, can conduct through you, the water, which is the antenna, because of the minerals you have in your body. So if you have the wrong minerals, not enough of them, or your body's water is toxic sludge, then the sun and moon can't do their job properly. That's why we have 12 essential minerals. So sun's still in Scorpio, playing that bass clef. We have cell salt 3 still, which is calcium sulfate, and the moon in full, which will be in Taurus, that's cell salt number 11, which is sodium sulfate. In my system, I'm still taking Scorpio, cell salt 3, and while the moon is full in Taurus here, I'll be adding cell salt 11, sodium sulfate. So those minerals in my body now have a chance to allow electricity to conduct through me. And that electricity comes from the sun, which also means I have to be out in the sun. So this is part of the system. We need to have sun and moon exposure. Tessa says, light is no more than a sound wave in the ether. There's a pulse that creates a sound, and that sound creates illumination. So it's the ether part that needs more understanding. But this is how Taurus field works. Field perturbation, vibration, creates sound, creates illumination, and then you have the result, which is what we call light. And here's day 12. Day 12. Wow. Same tree. And here's day 13. 13th day, same tree. And there is Taurus, now above the house there. So remember I said that the sun is a bass clef and the moon is a treble clef. They're a musical instrument and they're a harmonic frequency. So I'm going to show you what that would look like on the piano. There's 12 notes total, and the sun does 12 signs. So it starts in Aries, and this is A here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is Pisces. And then this is A again. A is 1. First letter of the alphabet, Alpha, Aries, A. Okay, and it conveniently goes here to the 4th, which is C for Cancer. Okay, so the sun is in Scorpio, which is the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this Scorpio would be an E major chord. This is Scorpio. The moon, you got to think of it in a wheel. A being low on the wheel, down in Sagittarius Capricorn, to A being high on the wheel. Now the way this works is the moon this month started in Sagittarius. And my proper lunar calendar has Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius for 3 days. A is the lowest part of the wheel here. So we're going to go down to A. Capricorn starts going back up. So this is Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces for 3 days. Pisces right there for 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Aries for 2. 1, 2. Taurus for 2. 1, 2. We have full moon right here. Taurus full moon on the 14th day. See the 14 right there? Gemini for 2. And then here's Cancer. 1. And then Cancer starts to go back down. Two. Leo. 1, 2. Virgo for 3. 1, 2, 3. Libra for 3. 1, 2, 3. Scorpio for 2. 1, 2. And Sagittarius for 3. This would be the black moon coming up here. 1, 2, 3. Then the next month, it'll start in Capricorn, which is going back up the sky wheel. So the treble clef will go back up. Etc. I'm going to put that all together and show you what Sagittarius, then moving into the moon going into Capricorn would sound like. Okay, so I'm following my lunar calendar here that me and my team do every month. We have 2 years worth of these calendars, and this is correct by observing the first crescent moon for the last 2 years on the day it actually comes out, and then doing the proper calendar. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, full moon, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Next first crescent would be Capricorn here. This time I'll show you where the half waxing and the half waning moon are, where the black moon is, and where the full moon is. Well, first it starts in Sagittarius at the first crescent here. Capricorn. This is waxing half. Pisces, Aries, Taurus. This is full. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, waning half, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, black moon. And then the next first crescent is here. Capricorn moon with the sun and Sagittarius. Okay, remember I said that the sun and moon are always 180 degrees across from each other at a full moon. We established that the sun is in Scorpio, and that's the 8th note, and that falls on the E. So this is the E major I was playing in the bass clef for the sun. Now if we count properly from Sagittarius going down the sky wheel and then back up to the 14th day, guess what note that falls on? So here we start Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th day right here. And that's an E. E for Scorpio sun, the moon full, 180 degrees across, and Taurus at an E. Now, depending on the month, the bass clef changes twice, and where it changes depends on the month. I introduced this concept by just playing Scorpio, but the sun actually changes from Scorpio to Sagittarius during the full lunar cycle. It starts in Scorpio on the 3rd and it changes into Sagittarius on the 21st. So I'm going to play the sun chord change as the moon goes through its cycle. Just like I showed you that the full moon is on the E, while the Scorpio is playing the E chord. What's interesting, when the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 21st, that goes to a F chord. And that transition on the 21st is on the 19th day, which would be the 19th key, which is also F. So just to prove that to you, we'll go back to the start where Sagittarius is, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is the day, 19th day. It's when the sun enters Sagittarius. So this changes to an F chord, and this change happens on the 19th day, which is the 19th key, which happens right here at F. Wow. The book of Enoch is the most important book of our times. In the book called the Luminaries, it explains exactly what we see in the sky today and how those luminaries move in very great detail. Now, I first learned how the luminaries moved by observation. It was just a desire I had. And so I set out and did it, documented all of that. And most of that content can be found on my Telegram channel with thousands of posts and my proper lunar calendars. But after I learned all that, then I went back to the book of Enoch. I realized that what he says is exactly what we see. And this book is so incredibly important. Now, one word he used often throughout the luminaries is this word measure. The concept being that the sun's light is measured into the moon. And at first I thought of it as like a measuring cup, a unit of measurement, like a measuring cup. But when I got to this verse here, I started to think about it differently. It says, when the moon rises, it appears in heaven, and half of the seventh portion of light is all which is in it. So in this verse, he's explaining the half waxing moon. In 14 days, the whole of its light is completed. So he goes from the half waxing moon to the full moon in 14 days. Now here's where it gets interesting. by 3 quintuples, light is poured into it until in 15 days its light is completed. According to the signs of the year, it has 3 quintuples. Quintuples is a word you would use in music. So it's a kind of a weird way to explain 15. So quintuple is 5, so you have 3 groups of 5. And that's how you would say it in music. Even though the moon is full on 14th day, there are some days where it varies, where it's 14 to 15 day, because this is an average of 29 and a half days, which means there's a lot of months that are 30-day cycles. So he's giving this broad average of 15 days, the whole thing is completed. And he gets very detailed how many are, 29 days and 30 days, and it gets all into it. But 3 quintuples is a music measurement. So that would be bum 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 bum. So that's the moon moving in 3 quintuples like a heartbeat. Now, if we were to just kind of expand upon the concept and be more precise about it, the moon is in each of these signs an average of 2.5 days. It would sound more like this. Bum 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 bum. Sounds a bit like a heartbeat. In my mini-series, The Law of the Luminaries, I talk about who Enoch is. These books are obviously coded with a bunch of information. One thing I've learned with language is reverse language to give you some clues. So if we reverse Enoch, write it backwards, we have H and cone. The H, this is obviously a torus field, the letter H, like this. It's also the 8th letter of the alphabet, this infinity shape, and the movement of the toroidal field makes this infinity shape. And then we have cone. The sun and moon move in this vortexing cone up and down. If you think of this as a musical instrument, and their tracks, or what he calls chariots, are moving around this cone shape, it reminded me of this.